The ask for business owners right now is, hey, hang in there, work your ass off for the next year, but probably don't expect anything of it, and don't expect much of a paycheck. The hardest thing is to go to work and to know that you're not going to make any money. You need that carrot. Every business owner needs that carrot. I think you have to have a pretty strong mentality to get through that. We made the decision to shut down on March 15th. We opened for takeout the next day. I had already been working on a menu going into the weekend because we had noticed our sales start to dip. And as coronavirus fears escalated in Austin, you kind of saw it. Like Friday night sales were 40% down. Saturday night sales were 50% down. Sunday sales were 65% down. Like you could feel, it was like a tidal wave. You know, you could feel it coming.
You need a restaurant business. Yeah. What do you need prepped? We did 3,000 on takeout and 2,000 inline.
2,000 in dine-in?
We haven't been getting many reservations, so like they all come in last minute. You'll see the mass amount of takeout that goes out. It's a lot of takeout.
You know, we're pushing a significant amount of takeout business, but the extra dine-in business, the lower reliance on third-party delivery, the higher margins on alcohol and mixed drinks that we couldn't sell through the takeout model, all those things are why full-service restaurants were so incredibly damaged by offering only takeout. Ordering takeout is not the solution long-term for full-service restaurants. It just isn't. Anybody who tells you that is lying. I do think that there's been community support in terms of like the customers that order takeout. Certainly there is community support. There's some community backlash for restaurants opening up, including some of their dining rooms. There's a difference in viewpoint among everyone as to whether dining rooms should be open or not. But I think unless you're standing in the shoes of a business owner who has got certain bills to pay, I'm not sure you would fully understand why they're making the decisions that they are.
I feel like this whole thing is just kind of weighing on me all the time, you know? Like even when we have a good night, I'm like, yeah, we're still losing money. It's good to be back in the restaurant. It's good to have the customers coming back. And my attitude is like, well, shit, if we got customers now in the worst possible situation, we'll probably be all right in the future.
Well, I think the state's massively fumbled the response to reopening. The mixed messaging at the state level has been the most problematic. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, 75% occupancy, no wait, 25% occupancy from the mayor of Austin. And I think that sort of mixed messaging makes restaurants the gatekeepers for what sort of policy they want to institute on their own, because it's all free game, right? Putting the onus on businesses to make those decisions is not the right policy, because it doesn't matter if I do the right thing. If the business down the street doesn't do the right thing, then we're competing forces. We need to be united in our approach. And I can't help but feel like we missed the opportunity as a country, because if we'd gotten this thing under control, I feel like I'd be at 75%, maybe even 80% more occupancy. And because I think Americans are willing to go out and eat if this virus is under control. That's what I've learned. I really believe that.
Unemployment's high. Landlords can't rip you apart on deals. Like maybe it resets the market for restaurants. Maybe these wellness fees, these service charges are here to stay. Maybe the cost of dining out goes up and the cost of doing business goes down. I don't know, I'm just saying.
If this lasts into 2021 and this is like an 15 to 18 month period, then it could dramatically impact the way we look at things. It's certainly going to impact the way we negotiate deals with landlords. And I think they're going to find it harder to get tenants. I got a call the other day from my landlord downtown demanding full rent starting next month because Governor Abbott said that occupancy was 75%. Well, first of all, 75% occupancy does not equate to 100% rent. Second of all, 75% occupancy indoors is not safe, and it cannot be done at 6-foot distancing. And this same landlord requested full rent for April, when we were closed the entire month and didn't have a dining room open. I have another landlord that requested full rent, but gave me the opportunity to defer rent so long as all the deferred rent was paid back by February 2021. And I was told that it's okay because our catering business would be back in the fall. So there are judgments being made about our business that are opinions, that are guesses. That stuff rubs me the wrong way more than pretty much anything else, because I'm here trying to pay employees while losing money. And I'm trying to do the right thing, but you know, there are people out there that are out there for their best interests. So, I mean, I don't feel good about that, to put it politely. My goal is to make a restart and a reboot as painless as possible. And the only way to do that is to keep staff that's been trained, that have proven their loyalty to the company, to keep them on board and to pay them. And so we're still paying insurance, we're still offering IRA contributions, paid out Q1 bonuses, like we're still doing all those things even though we're taking a loss doing it. And the goal has to be 2021. The goal isn't 2020. Mentally, I've looked beyond this year. I don't see it coming around, unfortunately.
Do you feel like people are still enjoying themselves while they're out, or is it still...
I do. When they're out, yeah, for sure. I think people want to forget about this shit. It's harder to do it when you're at home.
We're not out of the woods yet. The week after we reopen our restaurants and dining rooms, like the numbers skyrocket. Like that has an impact on you. I feel like we're just navigating landmines left and right on a daily basis. It is not a fun time to be running a business, you know? And we're just basically bracing for bad news any day. Like I'm braced for lowered occupancy news. I'm braced for shelter in place news. I'm braced for a customer coming in and calling back and saying they ate here and they were COVID positive. Like, you know, all these bad pieces of news I'm bracing for. But what choice do we have? We have a PPP loan that is predicated on bringing people back to work. Well, how can I do that if I'm just a takeout business? We have landlords that are demanding full rent. How do I pay them if I'm not bringing in more revenue? And so there is an element of risk to all of this, and I am gambling with that risk and taking it on myself because I want to save my business. I don't want to be defeated by a fucking pandemic. So.